Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, Midnight Shadow, and welcome to a video that I commented on from PewDiePlug, in which I don't understand why my camera's not showing up my face cam, but I guess it's whatever then. I'm gonna have to fix that extension then. But anyway, I had looked up a video on a reaction of how other YouTubers reacted to the end of The Last of Us Part 2 because my reaction towards it wasn't to gather attention, wasn't to garner attention, it wasn't, and even this video now isn't to garner or gather attention either. So basically, this is a video where I looked up how like YouTubers reacted to the Abby and Ellie fight, the last fight, which is part of the ending of the game. So let's check that out. So here we go. So let's turn this down a bit. So this is the final fight of the game right here.
What's going on? Are they gonna
starring your king of YouTube, PewDiePie, and the way he honestly reacts to
What
it
the fuck are you
is
doing, Ellie? Shoot her in the knees or something.
this is
What are
where
you
it
playing?
kind
You
of
rehearsed
like
this.
this is where it kind of pissed me off a little bit. Not pissed me off, but kind of upset me because like yeah, Ellie has the opportunity to
You put
shoot
out a golf
Abby.
club, it has a scope on it. Yeah. Don't let
Ellie,
your guard down.
you know what, we're gonna watch this and then I'm
Abby's
gonna
big
give you my
anyway, right? Is that
afterthoughts
what
on
you
it
said?
because I also made a comment because of the way PewDiePie reacted towards the fight. And because of this whole section right here, the ending of the game.
She doesn't look big.
I can't let you leave.
We have to fight.
I'm not doing this.
So that whole reaction there with, you know, having Ellie shoot Abby in the kneecaps kind of like struck or sparked an uproar for me. So this video had 0 comments, but it had 4,999 views, almost borderlining 5,000. And in my comment, which is down below right here, DaveeMoo-Sky 4 days ago, which I said, you see, his perspective on both Abby and Ellie are completely oblivious. Because I watched the entire video and the way he reacted to it wasn't something I quite expected because I didn't really appreciate the way he reacted to it. So as you can see here, if you want to pause the video, you can read this here. But to my understanding, that is PewDiePie only played the game to gather attention, not to react to the hardships and the emotional roller coaster that game was, or the game was. So for him to completely say that he'd rather have Ellie shoot Abby in the kneecaps without fully comprehending the story makes it feel as if he only garnered and gathered attention. And with that, struck a whole uproar of just comments, like 10 replies, and this video is still getting replies to it. It's still getting comments to my comment. So as you can see here, it's for some people what Abby did to Ellie is irredeemable. Well, before the happy family thing, it was, such as that. And some people had negative roles on it. Some people didn't quite understand like how, I felt towards it because when I did the game and I did recordings of the game on my channel, it was much more or less, how can I say, a way of expressing emotions because it was an emotional roller coaster, even though that the game was ridiculously hard even on its normal difficulty. But there were moments in the game where, I took the time to cry because of Joel being killed right then and there because I didn't understand. I didn't understand why that had to happen, why it did happen. And with my understanding that, oh, these guys are fireflies, when they were talking about him, I understood that they were probably hunting Joel. And when they had Joel, they completely obliterated him. So I cried towards the scene because I didn't understand. And when I played more into the game, I started to understand why Abby did what she had to do. And to be honest, with Joel being killed by Abby, that was Abby taking revenge on Joel because Joel killed her father, which is an interesting story of revenge play, but it's also a bunch of different emotions for different characters. So basically, it made me feel that with his reaction towards the end of the game, because my reaction towards the end of the game, if you want to go see it, you can, obviously look up my channel. It's right there. But my reaction towards the end of the game was, I didn't want to fight Abby. Abby was malnourished. She wasn't as beefy. She looked incredibly feminine, and I didn't want to fight. I kept even saying, I don't want to fight her. Do I have to fight her? I don't have to fight her. I wish there was an option that I didn't have to fight her. Because, at this point, it kind of wasn't really worth the emotional roller coaster right there and having the flashbacks or flashes of Joel's beaten in face come up on screen, and I just didn't want to do it. I didn't want to fight, but I had to progress the game. And as you see here, if you haven't paused the video already within me talking, there's many different opinions on PewDiePie's reaction. There's many different opinions on how the game was developed and how the story writers made the game, or how they've written the game, or how what is his name, Drew Druckmann or something like that. And to be honest, it says here, watching streamers reacting to Abby, you can tell that they're honestly overreacting, just a circle jerk of hate. Because if you play through Abby's story, there's a lot of emotional things that go on. But many YouTubers are like, "Oh, she's a bitch. Why do I have to play as this bitch?" And even when there was conversations in the game between Abby and Mel while Mel's pregnant, that she talked about how she felt on that night when she had to bludgeonly kill Joel. And yeah, that strikes up a lot because it's a lot of emotion, because like, oh, you're playing as this character now, and you have to see it through both perspectives. And when you get down to getting more familiar with the character, getting more used to the character, and getting more attached to the character, it makes you feel that Abby wasn't really wrong in what she did. She did it to take revenge on Joel in order to avenge her father's death, because Ellie would have been a cure, but Joel didn't want that to happen. And Marlene knew that with Ellie needing to be killed wouldn't have made much of a difference. There was no cure for the cordyceps. So there wasn't really there was a lot to take in, because it was a repeated process. There was always this dream that you had of your father being killed, or Abby's father being killed repeatedly, on repeat and repetition. So it made you feel that what she did wasn't technically wrong, but what Ellie had to do wasn't really wrong either. So it's just a collection of revenge stories. So that's all I just wanted to talk about, because I didn't realize that my single comment on the video, the only comment that I had posted on this video, was, how should I say, more of something that I felt, PewDiePie had a wrongdoing in, because he went on with the fight. And I can do the rest of the video, so let's watch the rest of the video. It's about 17 minute
Oh, you have someone
video,
to
5 seconds.
take care of?
Why is the resolution like
That's
that?
terrible. Oh my god, Ellie, really? The fuck is wrong with you?
He's not a part of this. You made him a part of this. Okay. Okay.
This time I'm ready. Now you put the double swing. Yeah, stab your arm, and then we look at each other a little awkwardly. What is happening? I keep just hitting her once. Yeah. That's not gonna kill her, Abby. Ellie.
You can see here that. See, even with that, he doesn't really show any like emotion towards the fight. Like, I know it's kind of blurry and it's not like a bigger screen that I'm showing you guys on. Hold up, I could put it in theater mode. There we go. We're in theater mode, and you can see like he looks kind of bored of like the fight. He doesn't look like he's deep in thought. Like, oh, is this really worth it? Like, is killing Abby gonna do anything for the game? And it kind of makes me feel like with the factor of his you know what? Let's just get back.
Damn, it kills me to see Abby like this. All those games, what a waste. Yeah! That's not the heart. The knife should be somewhere. Ah, fuck. Oh, these are some weak ass punches. Oh, you left your guard open. Knockout, KO, ding 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 ding. I hope Lev interferes or something. This is just ow, ow, that hurts. Ow! Why would you do that? Yeah. Yeah. Let's just end this. Stop breathing, please.
Oh, I'm moving my own table.
Hadn't eaten in a while. She needed protein. Oh my god. Oh, right. Now shoot. Now you realize. Now you realize.
See, that right there, that kind of shows me that like you don't care and you just wanted to kill Abby because why not? I get it. I understand.
What?
Just take him.
What finger did she lose? What? Why did that take you so long to realize? Until the very last moment? What the fuck?
All right, so I know that there's like a whole nother 10 minutes of the video, but I'm gonna stop it here. But I understand that everybody has their own opinion and their own emotions towards how the ending of the game was taken, how playing as Ellie was taken, and how playing as Abby was taken. But I just feel like, he kind of played the game in a joking manner. Now, I haven't seen him play the game, like play the game. I've only seen this because after, like, I didn't want to see gameplay of the game while I was doing videos of it. I didn't want to know anything. I didn't want to know what was going to happen. I didn't want to know any spoilers. I just wanted to play the game. I wanted to experience it, which I did experience it. I didn't rush it. I got mad at some parts. I got upset at some parts. I died here and there, and that's fine and dandy. I cried here and there for characters. I typically didn't feel anything for characters, and I grew attached to the three main characters, which is Abby, Ellie, and Liv. But after that, I kind of just looked at it, and I looked back to this video because I kept getting notifications on what my comment was about the whole he didn't really care and he only wanted to gather attention to the video, and that was just about it. So I don't know what much more to say about it. So I will leave the original content to the creator PewDiePlug, who made this whole reaction video of PewDiePie reacting to the Last of Us Part 2, the Ellie versus Abby fight scene, or the last fight in the game. But I will also link this, so let me collect that real quick. Let me copy that. And I will also put a URL. I should have copied the URL first. So let me take that. Let me copy that real quick. I could also press Control C to do that as well, but So if you enjoyed this and you want to see more videos, you can go check out my channel. I don't know if I will be doing reaction videos, considering now that I found out about this this link or this extension. But I don't know if it's gonna let me record games on my Chromebook, because I know Chromebook doesn't really have an extension for OBS, or it kind of does, but it's a little wonky and it doesn't really work out as well. So I do hope you enjoyed this. I hope this made you understand some things, that why my comment is a comment there and how he reacted wasn't really appropriate, because I don't want to put hate on YouTubers. I like to watch their channels. I like to watch their older videos when they actually were funny and outgoing and very not consumed by fame and money and whatnot. But like, I also found that Jacksepticeye kind of had the same reaction in the beginning of when this fight occurred, or when he cut down Abby. He was just like, oh, I could shoot her right here and then, and that's not really appropriate, because that shows me that you don't really care about the character. And I'm not saying I'm going to sit here and hate you for not not caring about the character. It's just reacting the way you reacted kind of upset me a little bit, because like with a game like this, either you grew up with it or you didn't grow up with it. So it's a lot of opinions in the matter. It's a lot of like and dislike, hate and love thrown around. But you know what? That's all it is. So Midnight Shadow / DaveeMoo out.